Hello and welcome to Brand Stand, where I take a look at some of the world's best brands and show you exactly how they make their millions through their branding. So, Nike is always a part of the conversation when we think of the sports industry and the sportswear industry. They're currently worth almost $200 billion and they sell more than 780 million pairs of shoes a year. So, how do you build a brand worth billions of dollars? And how do you make a simple swoosh iconic in the sportswear industry? Well, it all starts on an athletics track. So I find it a little poetic that Oregon is where our story begins because Oregon is also the place of discovery for the Fort Rock sandals. So the Fort Rock sandals were the first and oldest directly dated footwear in the world. So it's a little bit poetic that they found the Fort Rock sandals there and Nike was also founded in Oregon. At the University of Oregon, a track and field athlete named Phil Knight and his athletics coach Paul Bowman met. Bowman was always extremely fascinated with running shoes. He always thought that the design of the shoe directly affected the performance and speed of the athletes. So naturally, he played around with shoe designs and he eventually learned how to model shoes from a local shoemaker. In the late 1950s, Bowman offered to customize a pair of shoes for Knight using his own design. So Knight accepted and he tested them out. They worked so well that Knight's roommate Otis Davis used the shoes to win his gold medal in the 400-meter dash at the 1960 Olympic Games. The shoes literally struck gold. Knight later went on to Stanford to write a paper theorizing that the production of running shoes should move from Germany to Japan because the labor is cheaper. And soon after graduating, he got his chance to test out this theory as he took a trip to Japan. He met a businessman by the name of Kiichiro Onitsuka and made a deal with the shoe brand Onitsuka Tiger Shoes to import the shoes from Japan to the United States. So, a little bit of a fun fact here, Tiger Shoes would go on to become Asics, the other shoe and sportswear brand. But that's a story for another brand stand. So fast forwarding a little bit, and Bowman always supported nice ventures, and in 1964 they created Blue Ribbon Sports. In 1967 they got their first big hit with the Tiger Cortez, a shoe Bowman created with extra support and cushioning for runners. But the success also started to sour their partnership with Tiger Shoes. In 1971, the companies parted ways, and in court it was ruled that both companies could sell the Tiger Cortez under their respective brands. This was when Nike was officially born. So they went through a lot of name changes, including the name Dimension 6. But it was one of their friends, Jeff Johnson, who came up with the name Nike after seeing the goddess of victory in his dreams. So now they needed a logo, and this is where we meet Caroline Davis. At the time, she was a design student from the University of Portland. So Davis took the idea of Nike, the goddess of victory, and she designed the swoosh using a wing as well as the speed and performance that Bowman was always looking for. Now, Davis only charged $2 an hour and in total was paid $35 for the entire project. But Knight was skeptic about the logo, saying that it might eventually grow on him. Thankfully, it did, and he later went on to throw Davis a party where he rewarded her with 500 company shares, and today that's worth more than 1 million US dollars. So let's look at the logo a little bit more. It's got soft, almost feminine curves. It's a simple and minimalist design in the best way possible. So it's also very responsive. No matter how small it is on a t-shirt or keyring, you can easily spot it and it's easily identifiable. The wordmark Nike uses a strong striking font, Futura condensed extra bold. But when paired with the word mark, I feel that the swoosh loses a bit of an effect. I think that the swoosh itself really benefits from having a lot of negative space around it. But it's still iconic in every single variation. Now, Nike isn't just a shoe store or a clothing store, right? No, what they want to sell to us is a lifestyle. And the branding and marketing make sure that everyone wants this lifestyle. So, what is this amazing lifestyle they're trying to sell us? It's determination and perseverance. It's strength and never settling for less than the best. It's about working hard to become a winner. Now, this sounds a little bit familiar, doesn't it? Well, it should, because it's the mantra of every single hero in a story. So, where am I going with this? Well, Nike is the perfect example of the hero brand archetype. So, what is a hero? The hero brand archetype isn't about saving the damsel in distress or slaying the dragon. It's about overcoming challenges and just becoming the best version of yourself. You see, heroes more than anything are determined and brave. They work hard to rise above their insecurities and accomplish amazing things. Look at Nike's slogan, just do it. It's not specific to sports, it's not specific to anything athletic. It's just about getting up every day and doing what you need to do. It's about putting in the hard work, it's about becoming a hero in your situation. So it's not about anyone or anything else. Their slogan is about motivating you to do something now instead of procrastinating. So even the commercials are selling the idea of being courageous and overcoming obstacles. Their products are never actually in the spotlight, but their lifestyle and attitude is. So Nike's commercials don't tell you that they're better than Adidas or better than Puma. Instead, the commercials take you on a little bit of a journey. So it starts with the desire to be better today than you were yesterday, and the challenges that you may face, the failure, and finally achieving success. So their customer is always in the center of their videos, and in some case, the video or commercial is even shot from the customer's perspective. Now, one thing that Nike does really, really well is inclusivity and diversity. They have athletes from every background, culture, religion, age, and gender, and their campaigns show that nothing can stop someone when they're determined. They work with a lot of people of color, they have ads that are focused on women in sports, and they work with a lot of athletes that have health conditions and impairments. If you'd like to see something really, really inspirational, I'd suggest you take a look at Nike's 2020 Paralympic Games advertisements. As usual, Nike did an amazing job at highlighting just how amazing these athletes are and how hard they work just to get to the Paralympic Games. Now, Nike also gets the best of the best to be their brand ambassadors. Who knows more about putting in the hard work than some of the world's best athletes? So they've sponsored every amazing athlete from LeBron James to Tiger Woods and Serena Williams. And with their sponsorships and partnerships, they also include a lot of women, people of color, and people with impairments. Now, there's so much that I can say about Nike, and this really just cracks the surface of their branding and their history. But here is my biggest takeaway from Nike. Know exactly what your brand values are and how they relate to your potential customers. So some of their values are innovation, inspiration, and authenticity. And everyone has challenges to overcome in life, and it's really inspiring seeing someone overcome something while being authentic and true to themselves. I think they use true and personal stories so well within their branding to just motivate people to become even better than they already are. So that is how Nike connects with their audience and inspires people to just do it. What do you love about Nike's branding? How have they inspired you to be a hero? And what would you like to see me discuss next? Let me know down in the comments below.